Hello, welcome back to another video. I'm It's Mark Warsaw Squad 2. Today we are playing Red Rising mod, as you maybe have seen here. This is a free battle. Both sides, no side is defending, but it's gonna be that the Germans are defending anyway. So yeah. And the Russians are attacking. So, and I would just say no of these countries, I think, wouldn't have the resources for one of these battles, but it's a fun battle. So, and that is what I like. Yeah. So the battle has begun, and the Russians are advancing and the Germans are being pushed back. It's gonna be a defensive play here for the Germans, but they can still win. They don't have many here on the front, but they have some guys rushing up here. They have more over here, and yeah, it's very many troops overall, and the Russian troops are very open here in this area. So that's interesting. Now they have started to advance over the river here. River, it's like it's not going, the water is not going over the soldiers' foot, so it's, I wouldn't call it a river, but yeah, whatever you want to call it. They have a huge load of troops here coming in. The Germans are taking casualties, but not as many because they are in better cover here with this house and everything. But they still have to retreat a little bit, and they are taking casualties because of all this fire that the Russians can put on them. And probably have this offensive being planned for days. And the Germans have had artillery, that's why it's not so much left of these houses on this side. But it's more left on this side. So that means that the Russians don't have any artillery, and I feel like this hangar is a little bit bugged with the texture, so I think that this is going to be a ramp up and then a floor. I'm not sure, but you see straight through here, which you're not doing on this side. So but I don't know. So the Russians are pushing extremely hard here on the Germans. But the Germans still have the better positions. It's not sure who's gonna win yet. But for now, it looks like the Germans are gonna win, but that's not sure. Look at this slaughter here. That's a slaughterhouse on the other side of this wall. And on the same on this wall. The Germans have the better positions, which means in this case, so that means that the Russians are getting mowed down in this small corridor here. And that means in this corridor the Russians can't use their whole force, so they are taking way more casualties there than they have planned. If I were them, I would have thrown in a grenade here, but they are not, so now it's starting to die off some Germans here. But this has been a slaughterhouse here. The Russians have started to get some fire back, but I don't think it's enough. And the same here, many guys have died here in the wait of going into this corridor here. So that may turn the tide to the Germans' advantage, or what you want to call it. But look at this slaughter. Some Germans are dead here, but there's a load of Russians that are dead there. That's a huge amount. Now the Russians are waiting out the Germans to make a mistake and go out here. But it doesn't seem like they want to. Because they have still some guys to fire on, so over here they're standing pretty still here because they are firing at guys that they can't hit on this at this range, and for the Germans it's just aim in this direction and you will hit someone, but the Russians are still in open terrain. They have to get into these houses here and here to get some cover. Otherwise it's just huge buildings here at the industrial part of the town. It's not happening too much here, they're just waiting out the Germans, so it's a waiting game. But the Germans have troops here, here and here, or what, at least one troop here and some troops here actually, and they have one guy here, one guy inside of here and one more guy here, so they have still some guys. That guy is sitting in that window, but he can't see anyone over here because he don't have the angle to look over here. But the Russians haven't breaking through this corridor here, but they'll kill the Germans that were in here, I think. Take him while he's reloading, otherwise you will be dead. It's a pretty interesting AI. Now the Russians are starting to get an advantage because the Germans did the mistake to go out here. But they still have two guys there. They're just gonna fight to the end. Yeah. Okay, so over here we have pretty much nothing. They are advancing, but not so much, because they still have targets to shoot at, like this guy here and this guy in here. I think that is the guy in there. No, it's not. Wait, what are you from? What position did you were in before? I don't know. Oh, you may be from the guys that were coming from the resources here. Resources? What? As the reinforcements. Because these guys and probably these guys and probably these guys too are reinforcements. Because there were two small groups of reinforcements that came in during the battle. The Germans are still defending this point, or at least one German. No Germans, but they are defending here for now. What are you doing? You're shooting at a dead German. Don't waste shots. Or, I mean Russian. Stupid for the Germans to shoot Germans. For now it's standing a little bit still here. Nothing's really happening. I would say if I were the Russians, I would, for the first, don't get through this passage, and if I were in this position I would just have rushed the Germans, because that is the Russian tactic. What are you doing? You're going into the building here. and I can't see you. This is interesting hitbox. Interesting hitboxes. I think that this building is a little bit weird with the hitboxes, and I don't think it's finished because I think it's gonna be a floor here, and there is no floor, and I think there's gonna be a ramp here, as I said. And right, the Germans are shooting at the Russians, and the Russians are advancing, but they have stopped up, and it's not so many Russians left. Look at the casualties here. Not too many. No one in the river. One in the river. The rest is on land and up here. But it's not so many Russian casualties on this side of the river. It's only these positions here in the front, and one guy that tried to charge a little bit too early. And the same for you. And the same for you. Anyway, and here they stopped, and here they stopped, and you're seeing that on the marks where they were. Now, what do you say? Where they died. And probably there was a building here that is no more. And I forgot about doing some shell craters on this side and on this side. Sorry about that, but you can't do everything perfect. Or at least I can't. They are pushing the Germans that are standing here in the end of the city. Or not end of the city, but end of the map that we are playing on. And yes, I have made this map and scenario from myself. I would, and this, some of these, or all these cross thing where forwards is crossing. It's not so beautiful because it's a yellow line here, but just don't focus at that. And the same for like these connections, they are not perfect. Or I would say they are very much not perfect. I saw that now. Now it's snowing really fast. It had just started snowing, that's why it's no snow on the ground. This could be like Stalingrad. I'm not sure. You have to remove that button that exit the game with over and over. And now it's only these guys left, I think. We could look. We have some guys over here too. Do we have any more? No, we don't. But this guys is gonna be a big fight. It's gonna be for them. And then we have these guys. They're retreating, that's good, but they were unable to retreat further. But these guys are pinned down and they're getting shot one by one. Two already fallen. Third is about to fall. Much blood has come from him, and they died. And now we have only one guy that haven't been hit anything except for now. That was a not slaughter, but it was a point of death. And this is the corridor of death here. This was really I haven't seen this before, and I think that something's wrong with AI when they are doing like this. But the Germans are advancing out of their strategic good hole, or here at least, if you can call that hole. But they can't shoot this guy. What are you doing? I don't know. Let's see what these guys do. If they advance or if they retreat. Or retreat. But when I don't have anything to target, they go back to their starting positions. Have I learned? We have some guys in here, but these gems can't hit them because they are in the hitbox, but they are not a hitbox for soldiers. They're hitbox for bullets, but not for soldiers, which is weird that they have two different hitboxes, but that is how it works. And that's why they couldn't kill this guy here before. They have guys under this building here. Oh, you would be pretty much dead in this position right now. Can't you just shoot him? German soldiers shoot. You don't have anything to lose to shoot this guy. And why aren't you shooting now, the Russian soldier? Okay, I'm just gonna do one thing. That never happened. Okay. It was too buggy, so I'm not gonna use buggy buildings. Let's place the Russians a little bit here. It's not because I favorize them, it's just because they are the most outspread guys. Because if you look at the minimap here, you see this is the... Wait, we have one here? No, we have two here. Let's target these guys. Okay, let's take you and go out here. And you are alive too. Okay, let's take you guys out here. Because to be in a position and standing up against the wall, then you're fighting better. I'm not gonna move either. Then we have these guys that we're gonna send up in the back of the Russians. Let's see here. These guys have one guy over here and some guys over here. Just get around this corner. Okay, so this is interesting. Just run out and kill this last Russian here, because he's never gonna make it. He's alone and I'm gonna control him. Wait, is that ally? That is ally. Ouch. Let's control this guy instead. Ouch. I went out too far. Let's look at the casualties here. Just because the Germans won, I'm gonna take them in yellow. Wait a little bit. Like that. So, Germans in yellow and Russians in red. So we have here, first line here, it was not so bloody for the Russians. If we look at the German casualties here, we don't have so much here. We don't have so much here either. Here we have some casualties, or very much casualties. It's pretty much all the casualties were here. And then we see this corridor of death here. Look at these bodies. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.